Alright, let's dive deep into what's happening with the Lakers in this free agency period. Because honestly, they couldn't be in a better spot right now, after all the recent news. Everything seems to be aligning perfectly for them. We've got players like Drawn Sharp becoming available, and there's also Mo Wagner, but personally, I wouldn't prioritize him too much. The real focus has to be on Drawn Sharp and Adrian. If I were managing the Lakers, I'd be putting all my energy and resources into securing those two players no matter what it takes. Those two would address the Lakers' biggest question marks at the center position for the foreseeable future. Now, to be honest, there's a bit of risk with Atan. He might just be a temporary fix, a prove-it kind of deal. But if it clicks, the Lakers could be the team that ends up locking him down long term. The rumors are pretty clear that Drawn Sharp actually wants to join the Lakers, and the Lakers themselves have tried multiple times to land him with Atan and Drawn. That's the kind of front court the Lakers need, especially considering the ongoing struggles they've had filling that spot. The added layer here is that Atan and Luka share the same agent, so there's a lot of chatter about the potential fits and moves coming soon, though we might not see anything concrete until a few days from now because Atan has to clear waivers first. That process won't be finalized until Wednesday, so if you don't hear anything by the end of the day, don't panic. The signing could still be right around the corner. What's so huge about landing these two centers is that it basically removes all the pressure and uncertainty that's been hanging over the Lakers for months. There have been reports about teams trying to take advantage of the Lakers' desperation at center, knowing how badly the team needs to fill that role. Earlier on, I talked about how signing a player like Clint Capela would change the entire dynamic for the Lakers. It would show other teams that the Lakers aren't desperate anymore, making it easier to negotiate trades because you're not at the mercy of inflated asking prices. Now, if the Lakers sign Atan and maybe even Drawn Sharp, or some combination, including a guy like Clint Capela or Brook Lopez, that solidifies a starting center for the long term. It shifts the power back to the Lakers when making deals because other teams know they can't just take advantage of a desperate Lakers front office. There's an abundance of centers available this offseason, which is rare in the league. Many teams have too many big men, so the market is saturated. If the Lakers wait patiently, they have the leverage to get one of the better options without overpaying. I know the fan base wants things done quickly, and that impatience is understandable. Everyone wants the center position locked down yesterday, but patience has been the name of the game lately, and it's starting to pay off. Early in his tenure, the Lakers front office made some moves that didn't pan out and seemed rushed. But lately they've taken a more measured approach, and it's working in their favor. When you look at the bigger picture, the center position isn't the biggest worry for the Lakers. There will always be quality big men available, especially with the current free agency pool. What really matters is filling out the wings with versatile, athletic players who can complement the stars and cover defensive gaps. The Lakers already have Luka and LeBron as their cornerstone players, and adding the right wings around them can push this team into true contender status. It's about finding those long, athletic wings who can defend multiple positions and bring energy on both ends of the floor. The league is full of shooters, but what the Lakers really need are those versatile wings who can guard well and play multiple roles. Now, some fans have been clamoring to make a big splash at center, even if it means giving up future assets or overpaying. But imagine if the Lakers had traded a first-round pick just to get Adrian earlier. When Atan became available for free, that would look like a major misstep, right? There's a lot of noise and pressure from the fan base to get a center, but smart management means not rushing into bad deals just to appease that noise. Patience can prevent costly mistakes, and the Lakers seem to be adopting that mindset. Even if a player like Nick Claxton or others came onto the radar, the key is not to get caught up in panic or overpay just because the market feels urgent. The big question looming over the Lakers isn't just about now, it's about the future. What happens when Anthony Davis ages or when LeBron eventually moves on? Well, with Luka on the roster, the Lakers have a young star ready to lead for years. And when Kobe retired, there were doubters saying the Lakers would never get another star. Yet LeBron arrived, followed by Davis, and the team even won a championship. So history shows that the Lakers can attract top talent when they build a competitive environment. They don't need to panic about the future because the stars will come if the team is a contender. Talking about the best case scenario, if the Lakers manage to sign both Atan and Drawn Sharp, that solves their center problem while keeping all their assets intact. they'll still have players and salaries they can trade to improve wing depth. The focus then shifts to adding young, athletic wings like Andrew Wiggins or Terrence Mann. The goal is to create a roster full of versatile, defensive-minded players who can complement Luka's playmaking and scoring ability. There's even the possibility of moving on from players like Austin Reeves if the right deals come along, which could open up more cap space or assets to improve the team further. One concern with Atan, though, is his defense. Offensively, the Lakers can score a lot. Dropping 130 points isn't unrealistic, but defensively, giving up 140 points could be an issue. That's something the front office will need to consider and address as they balance offense and defense. Still, the potential of having a long-term solution at center alongside the star wings is exciting. The Lakers have also been smart about bringing in versatile wings who can guard multiple positions, which is crucial alongside a playmaker like Luka, with Luka creating offense. The rest of the team just needs to be solid defenders and shooters who can make timely plays. That's the kind of roster construction that wins championships in today's NBA. And the Lakers seem to be moving in that direction. Another development that could impact the Lakers roster is the potential trade involving Dorian Finney-Smith. Some might think that because he opted out of his contract, he's off the table. But that's not necessarily true. There's a possibility of a sign-and-trade deal, with Houston reportedly willing to send players like Kem Whitmore and Jock Landale in exchange for Finney-Smith. This kind of move makes sense for both sides because Houston can clear salary cap space while getting a solid player, and the Lakers can free up their mid-level exception to bring in other free agents. If the Lakers manage to turn Finney-Smith into valuable assets while keeping their mid-level exception intact, they'll have even more flexibility to build around Luka, LeBron, and their core. This kind of creative roster maneuvering is exactly what a front office needs to maximize their chances of building a contender without overpaying or giving up too much in future assets. In this scenario, the Lakers could still bring in Shake Milton, maintain some financial flexibility with non-guaranteed contracts, and explore trades or signings that improve shooting and defense. There are plenty of young, athletic shooters and versatile players available that could fit the Lakers' needs. For example, teams like the Pelicans or Nets might be open to deals involving players like Herb Jones or Kem Johnson if the Lakers can clear salary space and offer something in return. Ultimately, the Lakers front office is in a strong position to make multiple moves this offseason that could dramatically improve the team. They have the superstar players in Luka and LeBron, a promising young core, and enough cap space and assets to be aggressive in free agency and trades. The key now is executing these plans without rushing or making costly mistakes. The pressure is on the front office to deliver, but the foundation is solid and the potential is huge. LeBron might want out, or he might decide to stay if the team looks competitive enough. Either way, the Lakers have the pieces to attract talent and build a roster capable of contending for championships. Signing players like Atan and Dron Sharp, adding quality wings, and using their mid-level exception wisely could transform the Lakers into one of the top teams in the league again. So, while the offseason is still unfolding and nothing is guaranteed, the Lakers are in an enviable position. They have the flexibility, assets, and star power to shape a roster that can compete at the highest level. The next steps will be crucial, and it all comes down to smart decision-making and patience. This is a Lakers team to watch closely because the potential is immense, and if everything clicks, we could be looking at the start of a new championship window in Los Angeles. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. In a move that has set social media ablaze and left NBA insiders scrambling for answers, whispers are growing louder that Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown may have done the unthinkable, signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. While no official confirmation has come from either camp, the buzz around this potential bombshell is impossible to ignore. Brown, fresh off a stellar season and a key piece of Boston's recent playoff dominance, has long been seen as the heart and soul of the Celtics' identity. His explosive scoring, defensive prowess, and evolving leadership made him a cornerstone for the franchise, which is why the idea of him donning the purple and gold of the Lakers is not just surprising. It's almost sacrilegious in the eyes of Celtics faithful. According to sources close to the situation, murmurs began surfacing earlier this week when Brown was spotted in Los Angeles meeting with high-profile agents and was later seen at a private Lakers facility. though these appearances could be explained away as routine off-season activity. League insiders suggest there's more beneath the surface. The possibility of Brown teaming up with LeBron James, or perhaps even stepping in as the face of a post-LeBron era, has stirred up both excitement and controversy. After all, the Lakers have been seeking a dynamic two-way star to complement Anthony Davis and reinvigorate their championship hopes. Brown fits that mold perfectly. While some believe this is just off-season noise, others point to recent tensions in Boston's locker room and speculation about Brown's long-term satisfaction with the Celtics' leadership. Could this be the beginning of a shocking betrayal in one of the NBA's oldest and fiercest rivalries? If true, this would mark one of the most dramatic player moves in recent memory, rivaling Kevin Durant's departure from Oklahoma City or LeBron's infamous decision. Until there's confirmation, it remains just that, a rumor. But one thing is certain, the NBA world is watching closely, and the air is thick with anticipation. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news, subscribe to our channel, and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.